It is currently the 60th day of winter, exactly 13 days since the attack on Olbin City in central Ungud. There has been over 4,537 casualties. We have no idea if there are any survivors. The 4,537 were confirmed deaths. After the chaos ensued, 2 Malasar were confirmed exiting Olbin city boundaries. One Malasar was a male Khanaten with white hair. Other had gray skin akin to the texture of a statue, but he still had the pointed ears of a Khanaten. We assumed he was half Jotnar. The two were seen conversing with what we assumed to be a pure Jotnar in a trench coat and bowler hat. This third individual we could only assume his species by his height and shoulder width. Olbin city is currently infested with Mara and apostates. Proceed with caution. The following presentation by Professor Zamander will explain all you need to know about Malasar, apostates and the Mara.
The Malasar are human beings who have entered the depths and returned with an entity known as a tulpa. Upon fully merging with one's tulpa, each Malasar has a unique ability or curse of their own, and we do believe that there may be a hierarchy based upon their syllable count within their name. These Malasar, however, all have a set of common abilities. For example, the category known as Onewaka has the ability to emit miasma, intentionally or unintentionally in some cases. And the Oniraja, which is a mature Malasar, they have the ability to cast fields of energy called demonic circles. These circles ensnare victims, or any living creature with what you could consider a soul. And of course, their blood is quite the contaminant. Something to worry about. This is to be noted that the entity known as Debura, who has informed the imperial officials of many Malasar tactics, is also a Malasar himself, one of the few that oddly enough has no desire to consume or assimilate. And thusly, he is how we gained information upon the creatures that are known as the apostates and the Mara. Though his knowledge of these topics, it's still rather questionable, and it's up to debate to this day amongst certain scientific sects how he acquired such information and affluence. We shall begin with the entities known as apostates. Apostates are, or were, human beings who gave up pieces of their humanity for the sake of higher powers. A perfectly normal individual, even if they should have a few kinks to them, or an inheritance, or lack thereof, can enter certain areas and come out with powers that are quite abnormal for a human. There have been a few instances of people simply gathering and butchering dogs, only to come back later with the power to turn into some abhorrent dog-based abomination, or bulls, or snakes, or leopards, or tigers, what have you. Whatever it is, it must have to do with some form of sacrificial rite. How this is achieved is between the cultist and whatever Malasar they are in league with. Now, onto the subject of the Mara. The Mara are entities from a dimension that we'll simply call Rama, or the dream. Rama is where human unconscious gathers every time you sleep, every time you're about to black out, every time for a split second you lose consciousness. That is where your mind wanders, in Rama. The Mara themselves are what we can assume to be the nightmare aspect as a living creature, though there are means to gather the Mara into our own dimension. There are 4 categories. The Ifrit, the Incubus.
Huh. What the hell was that? You two, go check it out. Now.
Oi, lady. This is for authorized personnel only.
You listening, lady?
Oh, shit! Gideon, you'll pay for them!
What the hell are you? Security?